Right, so this is an Elf Bar 600. It's 600 puffs. It's in my favourite flavour, lychee ice. I was at work and it was in my pocket and I was moving it around like that. And the top came off. Just like that. So I put it back on and the battery died, and I thought to myself, well, you know, I'll see if I can recharge it. So what I'll do, I've managed to take this one apart. I've managed to refill it with my own juice, and I've also managed to charge it and reuse it. So as you can see now, it's dead. So I'll show you how to take this apart. All you'll need is a pair of pliers. Don't have to be long nose ones, but these work really good. And I'll show you how to do it. Alright, so first of all, get your pliers, turn and pull, the top comes off. Keep that to one side. Then at the bottom, so that's what it looks like now, the top off, and at the bottom is a black cap. If you get your pliers just on the black cap and do the same, turn and twist at the same time, you'll notice that the caps came off and it's got a couple of wires inside it. Them little wires are for the blue light that flashes to tell you that you're smoking it or the battery's flat. So what you want to do before you go and pull the bottom, inside you've got so that's a bit of cotton wool in the lid that just stops the spit coming up as you're smoking it, so keep that in there. And then the second bit is a piece of rubber that separates the cloth. So this one's coming apart really easy because I've had it apart before, but get your pliers in there, pull that bit of rubber out, keep that to one side. So now you've took that from the top and this bit of rubber with a little nipple on it from the top. You then pull very gently from the back. And that's what it'll look like. A little battery connected to some cotton. I don't know if it's cotton, but whatever it is, soaked in vape juice. So what you do is, this one's got the rubber in there, normally that. So you push it through like that. So what you do is you pull that part out of your cotton. So now what you do before you go any further, if you want to put your own juice in it, I don't need to because this is fairly wet. So what you do is you'd soak some in the top and in the bottom with your own juice, whatever flavour you want to put in there, and just sit that to the side. So now you're left with the little coil that heats it up and the battery. I've got a bigger vape pen that requires me to take the batteries out and charge them. The next thing I'm going to show you need one of these. Well, you don't really, but there's another way, but this is really easy. I'll show you how I charge the battery now. Right, so I've got a vape battery charger here that I use to charge my normal vape pen up. And the first time I took this apart, I noticed that the battery had a plus and a minus side. So what I'd done was I put it inside this machine. I will have to put the camera down and put it in there because it's a little bit fiddly. And I'll show you what it looks like once it's charging. Right, battery's in. And as you can see, it's now charging. If you do this, just keep an eye on the battery. Make sure the battery don't get warm and make sure the battery don't swell. If it does, then stop doing it. I've done this once before till it was fully charged and it charged just fine. So I'll come back to you once this is fully charged and put the Elf Bar back together. Before I put it back together and show you the battery charged, I'll just show you what I do to get the cotton moist with my preferred flavoured vape juice. So bit round that side, and then a bit on the back side, and just get a little bit down the middle, and then just leave that to sit while your battery charges. Alright, battery's charged, and I'm ready to start putting it back together. So what I do first is you get your coil end and you push that back into the base, but put your finger in the top, because if you don't, the cotton will just push forward. So finger in the top, push your coil back in, and then there's a rubber piece at the bottom. Just push that back into the base of the cotton. And then I get the bottom of the elf bar. I push that back in there, nice and gently, all the way in. Clip the cap back in, and then get your nipple part, place it in that hole, push it down. So push that down till it won't go anymore, then that squishes it all together then. So that's back in there. Get your lid, clip that back into place, and as you see before, this wasn't vaping, it was flashing blue. There you go. I've got another couple of days worth of vaping out of that. When the battery dies again, I'll just simply wet the coil, put it back in my charger, and take it for work. And that's why I like this vape pen. My big vape pen was just too big and bulky. I work in the building industry, so to carry that in my pocket, I kept on getting bits of cement and bits of grit down the base. But with this, it sits perfectly in my pocket, and if I'm busy with my hands, I can just hold it. So it was getting expensive buying one of these every 2 days. I got fairly addicted to them because they're so simple, but I'm glad that I found this this little hack really, and I thought I'd share it with anyone else. Thanks for watching.